Just 24 years old, looks a lot older than that. Ranked 27 in the world. Best ever ranking performance, really, was...
First one, chance to try and kick on and keep the momentum going. But Pang Junxu has become a real tough match player in the playoffs at the back end of last week, so he'll be match sharpened.
Confident, he can be very capable of beating anybody, really, but he's one of these players. I don't think the game comes as easy to him as it does. The players you can be watching Pang play, and the shot that's next to be played is such an obvious one. But yeah, he'll walk around the table looking at all sorts of other options as though
He's a very hard practicer. He's incredibly dedicated to his practice, and I don't think I've ever seen him off the practice table, Pang Junxu. I've been to the Dingzhou.
He's certainly had some time. It's been a couple of days or so, though, since the Group 1 was completed.
20.
And he's played it well. Okay, the cue ball has gone slightly closer to the side.
Wow, didn't intend to pot the yellow.
One thing that has been... Pang Junxu has found one there.
To win this first frame. This is looking good. Don't tend to. On. Oh, good pot.
30.
Even when he gets in amongst them, he can score with the best of them. It was just sort of... There was a number of times where he'd missed a couple of shots, and he just sort of bowed his head to the floor, and
points on the table you can be fine these days because the frame isn't safe technically, although from Pang Junxu's point of view it was. Ryan won the first frame, but he's 20 odd points behind in frame 2. With just 2 reds remaining as Ali Carter breaks off here.
Oh, but that's much more like it from Carter. Finally he's found...
Yeah, I've played Ali a few times over the years, and when you watch him, he doesn't like it. I think he's playing a safety.
I think, if anything, that just underlines Ali Carter's experience, particularly in this.
Wow, that's another terrific pot from Ali Carter.
Yeah, and it made the difference in the end. You can, and Ali Carter gave that chair a bit of a pounding with the butt of his cue. This just completely backs up your... You can find that when you're playing a player like Pang, when he's at the table, you can be sat in your chair for a long period of time. But just as I say that,
an alley, somebody like Pang Junxu, because his style of play can be a bit of a momentum buster. He needs to try.
No.
so good in this sort of position, but it's only the second match of the year for him. No doubt had a bit of time off over the fence on Mark Selby at Alexandra Palace. You've got to be match sharp to beat a player like, which on paper, Dom, looks an absolute nightmare group.
Want to be in the earlier groups. It's a real good match sharpener for them.
30.
Opportunity for all the top players to be playing one another just before the Masters begins. Although, having said that, I mean, this is a different table.
He's only ever had mixed opinions on them.
Well, although the pockets are configured exactly the same way, and they're very heavy Russon tables, table fitters will tell you that they're about half as heavy again as a star table.
Ready himself for a few moments further. Chance you felt he just had to take.
46.
He is again now. Very surprising miss to the right centre from Pang Junxu. So just this blue and one more red required to level this match up at 1-1.
No, you're right, go on. $66.
Plenty on for a century break. Ali Carter's made 429 of those in his career, including 3 147s. One of those he made at the World Championship. Sullivan, who made one himself that year.
72. Ali Carter 72 on the frame.
Well, no century break, but a pad breaking off here for frame number 3. He's going to have to put that out of his mind as quickly as possible. And that's what you always have to do when you're playing. Put.
And what a timely time for that to happen.
So many times, most players will. He was so far short of getting that cubel up to the yellow. He left the pot on the brown as a free.
I've done the opposite as well a number of times, where you're trying to roll up behind a colour and you hit it that hard. You've
5.
Yeah, quite often professional players will tell you that just before you see a mistake to be made and you just lose the feel of the shot entirely that you're wanting to play. Certainly happens more when the pressure's real.
Gets that cue ball high enough, he can get into the pack of reds, and that's not the angle he was looking for. Can he get on one? There's your answer. Just left himself with too much to do.
Well, Tally right in.
One. 8.
2. He's taken the chance to go 2 cushions. He's caught them nicely, and at first glance, he's been very unfortunate.
One.
Break building is all about cue ball control, and the less distance you can.
13. Thank you.
Is he straight enough on this? Not the cleanest pot.
Yes, it seemed to take a minute or two for Pang to get going here, but he has.
29.
Of course, the advantage that Pang has coming into this group is the fact that he played Group 1. He knows exactly how these tables are playing, both tables 1 and 2.
$37. $45.
So this black then.
$53.
Frame is certainly safe. Oh, good pot. Oh.
56. $64.
Blue doesn't go in, but that won't worry Pang Junxu. Ali Carter made a break of 72 to level up at 1-all, and that was a good, hard-working break of 64 in the previous frame.
The blue, so well, he feels it must go.
6.
Well, it's one of them you want to be right behind it.
Needs a bit of luck positionally.
What?
Oh, he may have been unlucky.
Yeah, so in goes the black, but
9.
with a few decent positional shots here. Not really too much work to be done.
$60. $19.
nicely on his next red here.
Loose red next to it to make the black available. And ultimately, you become unstuck.
What?
Well, that may have worked out a treat.
Eight.
Well, it goes into the right corner now from the red that Ali popped. So what a great chance this is for a steal. And I say a steal because Pang was nicely in with a chance.
Better break builder. He spots situations.
60.
And as you say, plots his way around a break. Much better ponderous when he's amongst the balls than other players would be.
Which is pretty much what the best players in the world do. They identify the problem balls on the table very soon, very early on in a break, and forward conventional scoring chance, which is exactly what Carter's done here. What Pang failed to do when he was at the table. It's not always that easy. Keep asking yourself the question, and eventually
32.
you run into trouble.
Draw back for the two reds just below the pink. Over on table.
And once again, leaving himself an angle on this red to get back high of straight.
50.
Needs that cue ball to run. Yeah, that's not a good shot from. He didn't get it, but once again, Ali Carter's long game is just letting him down at the minute.
One.
Oh, but this time a good long red from Ali Carter. Could be a very important frame this for either of these players in terms of making the playoffs. If you were to put both cue extensions on, you'd be all right. Oh, is he on the black? Is he on the black? Can't tell.
And he laughs again. Looks to be comfortable enough to play the shot. Yeah, he's played it well. Just needs to be careful.
$17.
I think Ali's done now with his stretching exercises.
And played to go into the pack with pace, plenty of topspin, and he's
25.
that looks good. Well, he's absolutely. Well, he's caught him well. Is he on one? He's definitely going to have one to miss.
30.
Just looking for one.
Yeah, he's possibly just off straight the wrong side of that green, so having to power it through with topspin. He would love to have been straight on one of these reds.
30.
Yeah, he was okay. He left himself with an angle enough.
Playing the positional aspect of the shot as straightforwardly as he could do, but he's...
Ali Carter 40. One.
Now, it may just be tied up once again.
9.
Scoring chance. He's worked these nicely.
17.
There's not a ball safe on this table.
Side cushion going to be a problem. Oh, it's too much angle on the red. He's going to have to play up for the blue. Oh, and he's missed the red.
Junxu.
Wow, that's
A result in itself.
Cheers. 1.
I have to confess.
I'm very surprised at how he's played that. And there you can hear the frustration.
Thank you. Cheers. Thanks. Thank you. 30.
Left centre. I decided to screw into the red and develop it. Hang on. Oh, what a result.
Just seen.
Seventeen.
Well, he
Wasn't on, but Pang was able to play a reasonably good safety from it.
Thank you. 1.
So just yellow, green, brown and blue required to steal this.
7.
yeah, every match in this group phase is very important because Junxu is looking to register his first win of this group too.
14.
And now he's perfectly poised to do just that.
19.
Ali Carter already has left his seat in readiness for the handshake, and there it is. It's Pang Junxu wins a very, very tight deciding frame. It was Ali Carter in first, and you can see his